Welcome to Swinford Soccer Club. My name is Donal Benson. I'd just like to show you around the facilities that we have here, and I'd like to mention at this point in time that most of this has been funded by the local community, who have shown tremendous support for us throughout the years. I'm now standing in front of the stand, as you will have noticed, and this was erected about 4 years ago, again due to support from the town, fundraising of draws, etc. that we did. We now find ourselves with a 130-seater stand, which is very suitable, and we also have in this 2 wheelchair accesses, which is one right that we should have. The club came into existence way back in the 30s and 40s in a very small manner. Then in the late 60s they joined the Mayo League, which was a very small league at the time. But the club in the present form was formed in 1974 in a meeting in O'Connor's Hotel, which I attended. And that's what has happened since then. We haven't had a breakdown in the system since then, and we've moved on to where we are today. We boast now 4 dressing rooms, wheelchair access, 2 referees' rooms, dugouts, full-size playing pitch, training pitch at the top, and also an AstroTurf, which we opened in 2008. A lot of this was due to grants that we also got from the government and from the FAI. We run 11 teams in the club from under 8s upwards, and everybody is welcome regardless of race or creed, and I'm glad to say that we have people from Syria and Poland who use the facilities here of the club. Thanks also to our many sponsors who are all local for the signage that they put up for us, and again I would have to reiterate the support that we get in any draws, functions, raffles that we run. In the early days when the club was formed in 1974, reformed rather, we played a lot of our matches in Brabazon Park. We also then, thanks to the headmaster at the time, Archie Kelly, moved down to the technical school where we were for many years. Then in 1986 the McAvady family, with Mrs. James McAvady, Margaret herself, and her 2 sons Desmond and Ulick, gave us this pitch of 5 acres, and she said that she'd be delighted to give it to us. And when she passed away in 2004, the sons reiterated that they wanted the club to have the facilities. So since then, as I said, we've been building, and we're here since. Looking round, we have plenty of car parking space. We also have high nettings behind all the goals, which you certainly need. And as you will notice with the pitch, it's all security fenced around, which is a requirement of the Mayo League. We have an access road which leads up to the AstroTurf, and there's car parking up there as well. And we also have a small changing room up there, and we also have a small office for the person who looks after the AstroTurf for us. We're indebted to the Rural Social Scheme for the men that they give us to keep the place in pristine condition, and you will notice that the place is now being repainted, the clubhouse is finished, and some of the posts and rails are being completed as we speak. Up at the AstroTurf we also allow the AstroTurf to be used by Ors Attracta and any of the schools, and needless to say, because they're community based, there's no charge for that, and anybody is at any time welcome to come and approach us for the use, and we always treat the local community as favourably as they have treated us, which has been very good indeed. I'd just like to point out that when you reach a standard with your pitches that you have to maintain and that can play 5 and 6 games every week, you can't do this without the machinery. And we have a shed here, as you will see, a very big shed which houses our machinery and our training bibs, cones, etc. for training purposes, footballs, etc. And the boys, when they're training, just come up the access road onto the top pitch and do their training. All this, as I've said earlier on, we're financially sound, which is a very good thing to say in this day and age for the club. I'm not saying we're a wealthy club, but we pay all our bills. We don't owe anybody any large amounts of money, only our monthly accounts. So we're in a very stable financial situation. But again, I have to say that this is due to the local community, which has supported us at all times. And no matter what draw we do, and we're in one at the moment with the golf club as well, it's called the Golf Soccer Draw, and it's been running now 6 years, and it's a huge success. And there again, the funds from that is used by both clubs to keep the clubs in the conditions that you see them in. With that, I'd like to thank you for coming to visit Swinford FC, or as I called it in the old days, Swinford Soccer Club. It's been a pleasure to talk to you, and thanks once again for all your support, every single one of you. Thank you.